Okay, so we'll start now. When you're going for the electrical installation, at that time, what is the most important thing? That safety is very important. Just wait. Okay, the most important concern is your safety. Now, why safety is important over here? Because what happened? Whenever a human being touches any live part of the electrical system, okay, that may be appliance or that may be anything. So what happened, there is a potential difference. The human being is standing on the ground over here, okay, and this is at high voltage, somewhat high potential is over here. So a human being act as a conductor, and through the body of the person the current will flow. Now if the current will flow through the body of the this person, he will experience the electric shock. Now, the severity of the shock depends on the magnitude of the current which is passing through the body of the person, as well as the voltage. Voltage and current, these are the main parameters on which the severity of the shock will depends. If a current of few milliampere, say up to 2 milliampere to 5 milliampere, it will give you only sensation. Okay, a sensation, you can experience only sensation up to for this current over here. But when the magnitude of the current goes beyond your 50 milliampere to 100 milliampere, you will experience the severe shock over here. And if the magnitude of the current is nearly 500 milliampere or something, 500 milliampere to 1 ampere, the persons may experience the cardiac arrest. Okay, so in that case, the working of the heart will get disturbed because of this one, and the person may get die at the instantly or within a few seconds. So basically a safety is very important over here. Now what sort of safety is required? So if you are going to operate any electrical appliance, जेव्हा तुम्ही कुठलाही इलेक्ट्रिकल अप्लायन्स ऑपरेट करता, तेव्हा सर्वात इम्पॉर्टंट काय आहे त्याच्यामध्ये की इलेक्ट्रिकल अप्लायन्स ऑपरेट करताना यू नीड टू टेक केअर that you should not touch any electrical appliance with wet hand. Okay, wet body, wet hand or wet body parts. Current when the wet body resistance is up to 100 ohm or less than that, and dry body resistance is more than 10,000 ohm. Okay, dry body resistance is more than 10,000 ohm and wet body resistance is 100 ohm. Okay, or less than 100 ohm also. So this is the precaution. Second thing is that when you are going to operate any electrical system, you should always wear shoes, okay, or chappals. You are not supposed to do the maintenance on any electrical system with bare feet. Okay, म्हणजे तुमच्या पायामध्ये शूज चप्पल्स वगैरे काहीतरी असायलाच पाहिजे, and that should be plastic or it should be sports shoe or something, so that will provide the insulation between your body and the ground. Third, if you are going to operate any electrical system or if you are going to do the maintenance on any electrical system, whatever the tools that you are going to use. So tools means what? There may be a plier, okay, there may be a steepers to remove the insulations from this one. So this plier, insulator, screwdriver must have properly insulated. Okay, ते plier असेल, स्ट्रीपर असेल किंवा स्क्रूड्रायव्हर असेल, these are normally made up of metal. Okay, पण त्याची जी बॅक साइड असते जिथे हँडल्स असतात, these handles are made up of your insulating material. That may be plastic, that may be rubber, that may be wooden or something. So whatever when you are going to just hold this instrument in your hand, your body should not connect to the metallic parts. So there should be a proper insulation. So when you are going to operate any electrical system or you are going to do the maintenance on any electrical system, whatever the instruments or tools that you are going to use, that should be properly insulated. The insulation should be proper. Otherwise, the current may pass through your body through that instruments. Okay. Then when you are going to work on any system, check it. Okay. So you have to use tester to check the phase and neutral, whether the current is available over there or not. So you need to first do the testing, and then only you can do. If possible, you have to use the hand gloves, rubber hand gloves, so that will provide the good insulation. If possible, if you are going to cover your eyes with the help of glasses, eyeglasses may be required. In some cases, helmet is also required. That depends on area in which you are going to work. If you are going to work in the industrial area, then you have to use the helmet also. So these are certain safety precautions that you need to take over here. Now the second part that we are going to discuss is the voltage levels. What are the various voltage levels used for things? So normally the system voltage are classified. So my electrical power system, okay, my electrical power system is divided into three parts: generation, transmission, distribution and utilization. These are the four parts actually. Am I audible? लक्षात येत आहे तुम्हाला?
Yes, sir.
ओके. इलेक्ट्रिकल पॉवर सिस्टीम बेसिकली चार पार्ट मध्ये डिवाइड झालेली आहे. फर्स्ट पार्ट आहे जनरेशनचं, सेकंड ट्रान्समिशन, थर्ड डिस्ट्रीब्युशन आणि फोर्थ जो आहे तो आहे युटिलायझेशनचा. ओके. मग याच्यामध्ये परत दोन याच्यामध्ये. सो नॉर्मली जनरेशन इज एसी. आपलं जनरेशन आहे ते बऱ्यापैकी कसं आहे एसी आहे. सो माय जनरेटिंग व्होल्टेज इज 11 kV. ओके. 1.1 kV to 11 kV is normally your generating voltage. But basically what happened, this is my generating station, okay, and this is my user, consumer. Okay, so the distance between generating station and consumers may be sometimes hundreds of kilometers. Okay, so it may be hundreds of or thousands of kilometers. So if I am going to transfer the power at 11 kV over this 100-kilometer distance, it may be few tens of kilometer to the hundreds of kilometer, the distance to the thousands of kilometer also. So if I am going to transfer the power at this voltage, at the lower voltage, so there are I square R losses in the system. Which losses are going to take place? I square R losses. So basically what happened, you are transferring the power at generating station. What you are going to say we are generating the power, electrical power, which is equal to V into I into cos of phi. ओके. इलेक्ट्रिकल जनरेटिंग स्टेशन मध्ये आपण जनरेटिंग स्टेशन मध्ये इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी किंवा इलेक्ट्रिकल पॉवर जनरेट करतो आणि ती पॉवर म्हणजे काय, व्होल्टेज इंटू करंट इंटू पॉवर फॅक्टर. ओके. पॉवर फॅक्टर इज द अँगल बिटवीन व्होल्टेज अँड करंट, और इट इज द रेशियो ऑफ एक्टिव्ह पॉवर टू द अपरंट पॉवर. Okay, so this power factor plays an important role, and power factor is applicable in AC supply only. DC supply मध्ये power factor तुम्हाला नसतो. DC supply मध्ये power फक्त V into I येतो. Okay, and this power factor is because of your nature of load. Power factor कशामुळे आलेला आहे तुमचं? What is the why power factor is there in the AC supply? So because my load nature is resistive, inductive or capacitive. If my load nature is resistive, my current and voltage are in phase. So cos of phi means angle between voltage and current is 0. If my voltage, say nature of load is inductive, so current lags behind the voltage by 90 degree for the inductive load. Okay, so I can say cos of phi is equal to 90 degree over here. That's why I can say that lagging power factor. In that case, my current is lagging the voltage, and if my load is capacitive, then current leads the voltage. Current leads the voltage by 90 degree. Okay, so I can say that I have the leading power factor. But your load is neither purely inductive nor purely capacitive or not purely resistive. It is a combination of these three. Mostly your load is inductive and resistive. Whatever the loads that we are going to use, these are the combination of R and L. Okay, because what happened in industry, मेजॉरिटी लोड्स आर मोटर. इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये मॅक्झिमम लोड काय आहेत, मोटर. आणि मोटरमध्ये काय, मोटरचे जर तुम्ही पार्ट्स बघितले तर मोटरला दोन पार्ट्स आहेत, एक आहे स्टेटर आणि दुसरा आहे रोटर. आणि त्या स्टेटर आणि रोटर मध्ये काय असतं, वाइंडिंग. ओके, स्टेटरला पण वाइंडिंग आहे आणि रोटरला पण वाइंडिंग आहे. आणि वाइंडिंग जर आली, सो वाइंडिंग मीन्स युअर कॉइल and coil means inductor, and as the winding is made up of the conductor and each and every material has certain resistance. Resistance is the inherent property of the material which will opposes the flow of current through it. Resistance काय आहे, inherent property आहे. Inherent means which cannot be separated from. तुम्ही कंडक्टर जर घेतला त्याच्यापासून रेजिस्टन्स सेपरेट करू शकत नाही. इट इज द इनहरंट प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ द मटेरियल which can or which will oppose the flow of current through it. So each and every conductor has certain resistance. The value of the resistance will depends on the type of material which is used for the conductor. For aluminium, its value is somewhat more. For copper, it is somewhat less. For gold, silver, it is least. So for the gold, the resistance is minimum. For silver, it is somewhat high, and for copper, it is more, and aluminum, it is more. Okay, so basically what happened, the resistance is the opposition to the flow of current, and inductor is, so when you are going to make the resistance in the form of conductor in the form of coil, it has certain inductance. Okay, inductor. So that is called as the inductor, and that EL is your inductor. So in motor we have winding, and as the winding is made up of this one, so that's why motor is a RL load. मोटर तुमचा कुठला लोड झालाय, RL लोड झालाय, आणि RL आल्यामुळे तुमचा cos phi आलाय, म्हणजे व्होल्टेज आणि करंट मध्ये एक अँगल आलेला आहे. That angle may not be 90 degree, but it may be 30 to 60 degree something. 30 to 60 degree depending on the winding type, material, and all these things. So this angle is there. So I can say there is certain lagging power factor. Voltage will current will lag behind the voltage, and that will result the term cos of phi. So in case of the AC supply, I have P is equal to V into I into cos of phi. म्हणजे AC supply मध्ये तुमचं power is equal to काय झालंय, voltage into current into cos of phi. आणि हे cos of phi झाल्यामुळे तुमचं काय येतोय की पॉवर फॅक्टर कमी होतो. ओके, आता दुसरी गोष्ट आपण काय चेक करणार आहे इथं, बेसिकली व्हेन आय एम गोइंग टू ट्रान्सफर the power at reduced power factor, what is going to be happen? So at reduced power factor, just a minute. Okay, so I have generation, I have transmission, I have distribution, and I have utilization. We are generating at 11 kV somewhere. Okay, and we need to transfer over the long distance, generating to the utilization or the end consumer. These are called as the end consumer. Now if the distance is in hundreds of kilometer, so basically what happened with the reduced voltage, 11 kV reduced voltage, if your power is 1 megawatt, तुमची power जर 1 megawatt आहे, okay, so 1 megawatt means what, 10 into 10 to the power 6, 1 into 10 to the power 6 watt. Okay, 1 megawatt means, mega means your 10 to the power 6, so it is 10 to the power 6 is equal to V into I into cos of phi. Okay, so here voltage is 11 into 10 to the power 3 into I into cos of phi. So when you are going to divide this one, 1 by 11, okay, into 10 to the power 3 over here, because this minus 3 gets, when this comes over here, it is 10 to the power minus 3, 10 to the power 3 over here, it goes in the numerator, so it becomes minus 3, 6 minus 3 is 10 to the power 3 over here. Okay, so 1 by 11, so here my current is equal to 1 by 11 into 10 to the power 3. Okay, and so we are assuming for the moment cos of phi is equal to 1 over here. So that is the magnitude of my current over here. So the current magnitude, if you are going to use the calci over here, so 1 by 11, it is mostly 0.9. What is the answer for 1 by 11 means how much? One by 11 means how much? 0.09. Okay, so it is 0.09 into 10 to the power 3. So you can say it is 90 ampere somewhere here. Okay, 10 to the power 3, 1, 2, 3 over here. So this is the current. Okay, and if I am going to transfer this much current through this wire, so if you are going to observe, the thickness of the conductor will increases with the magnitude of the current. तुमचा जो थिकनेस असतो ना कंडक्टरचा वायर, तुमच्या घरामध्ये वेगवेगळ्या टाइपच्या वायर्स यूज होतात, त्याची जी साईज आहे ती कशावर डिपेंड करतं, तुमचा करंट किती मॅग्निट्यूडचे, किती करंट फ्लो होतो. जर तुम्ही हेडफोन जर बघितले मोबाईलचे, तर त्याची जी वायर असते ती खूप स्मॉल असतो, थिकनेस इज व्हेरी स्मॉल. इफ यू आर गोइंग टू सी द म्युझिक सिस्टीम, त्याची वायर पण छोटी असते, स्पीकरला ज्या गेलेल्या आहेत त्या. तुम्ही जर फॅनची वायर्स बघितली ती पण छोटी आहे, पण तेच जर गीझर किंवा इलेक्ट्रिक आयन प्रेस बघितली आपण, इलेक्ट्रिक आयन गीझर बघितली, त्याची वायर थोडी जाड असतं, वॉशिंग मशीनची वायर जाड असतं. आणि तेच जर 11 केव्हीच्या याच्यामध्ये डीपी जवळ गेले तर तिथं केबल यूज केले जातात, खूप जाड केबल असतात. सो द थिकनेस ऑफ दॅट केबल डिपेंड्स ऑन द thickness of the conductor depends on the magnitude of the current which it has to pass, as well as the voltage level also. Okay, separation depends on the voltage level. So here I have to pass the 90 ampere of current through this one. So definitely I required a large cable thickness. But one more factor, this is not only one factor. Second factor is my losses which are taking place is I square R losses. या सिस्टीम मध्ये सपोज हे आहेत 100 किलोमीटर डिस्टन्स. ओके, आणि या 100 किलोमीटर मध्ये 1 ओहम पर किलोमीटर रेजिस्टन्स आहे. सपोज द रेजिस्टन्स इज 1 ओहम पर किलोमीटर. Okay, the resistance of this system is 1 ohm per kilometer. Just we are going to imagine this value. Okay, so if the value of the resistance is 1 kilometer per ohm and its total length is 100 kilometer, so I have 100 ohm resistance, and here my loss, which is going to take place over here is 90 I square R loss. So it is 90 square into 100. Okay, so it should be what? 81. Okay, 90 square is 81, and then 0. Okay, so it is 81 into 100 some more here, 81,000,000. So this is the loss which is going to take place over here, 8,10,000 watt of the loss which is going to take place over here. So this is the huge loss. Okay, if I am going to transfer the power at 11 kV, this is the huge loss, 1 megawatt power at the 11 kV if you have to transfer. So if I want to reduce the loss, what I have to do, I need to increase the voltage level. मला लॉस जर रिड्यूस करायचा असेल तर काय करावं लागेल, I need to increase the voltage level. So instead of transferring the power at 11 kV, I am going to transfer the power at 220 kV, 400 kV, or like this one. So my transmission voltage, generation, transmission, then your distribution and utilization. So generation voltage is normally 11 kV, transmission voltage is 33 kV, 66 kV, okay, then 132 kV, 220 kV, okay, then after that 400 kV, 500 kV, 700 kV, like this one. So normally we are using this voltage, and up to 1200 kV also it is now working. Okay, आपल्याकडे एक सिस्टम मध्ये 1200 kV पर्यंत पण अचीव केलेले. So these are the transmission voltage. Normally these are the most commonly used transmission voltage in our area, 132 kV, 220 kV. Now we are going to take the example again over here. So this is my generating station, this is my end consumer over here. Okay, same 1 megawatt power is to be transferred, means 10 to the power 6, and now my voltage is 400 kV. Okay, transmission voltage is 400 kV. So 400 into 10 to the power 3 into I into 1. Cos of phi we are going to assume 1. So I is equal to 10 to the power 6 divided by 400 into 10 to the power 3. So it is 10 to the power 3 divided by 400. Okay, so when this 3 will come over here, it become minus 3. So 10 to the power 6 minus 10 to the power minus 3, that becomes 10 to the power 3 over here. So it is 1000 divided by 400. So when I am going to divide 1000 by 400, my current is 2.5 ampere. So here my current is 2.5 ampere. In the initial case, my current is 90 ampere, and now over it is the 2.5 ampere. When I am going to consider I square R loss, okay, I square R loss जर मी घेतला याचा, तर काय येईल, 2.5 square into 100, as it is the same line having the 100 kilometer, 1 ohm per kilometer, so the total resistance of the line is 100 ohm. So 2.5 square, and what is the square of 2.5? What is the square of 2.5? किती होता 2.5 चा स्क्वेअर? विसरले का रे स्क्वेअर?
6.25.
6.25. Okay, so my square is over here 6.25 into 100. Okay, so it is 6250. Okay, sorry, it is 625. Okay, so my loss is restricted to 625 only. Initially it was 8,10,000 something over here. So you can see by increasing the voltage, my loss will drastically reduces. माझा लॉस खूप कमी झालेला आहे व्होल्टेज इन्क्रीज केल्यामुळे. इज इट क्लियर? लक्षात आलंय हे? इज इट क्लियर or not? Why the power is transmitted at higher voltage? Why the power is transmitted at higher voltage? Because if I am going to transfer the power at lower voltage, my I square R loss is very high. ओके, लोअर व्होल्टेज मध्ये I square R लॉस खूप जास्त असतो, पण तेच जर मी व्होल्टेज वाढवलं तर करंटचा मॅग्निट्यूड कमी होतो. Because if power is constant, power is a product of voltage into current. So if power is same, if I will increase the voltage, my current will decreases, or if I will decrease the voltage, my current will increases. ओके, पॉवर मध्ये ही पॉवर मला कॉन्स्टंट ठेवायची आहे. ओके, पण मग आता व्होल्टेज जर वाढवलं तर करंटचा मॅग्निट्यूड कमी होईल, आणि करंट वाढवलं तर व्होल्टेजचा मॅग्निट्यूड कमी होईल. एक्झाम्पल, मला प्रोडक्ट काय पाहिजे, सपोज 100, माझी पॉवर काय आहे 100 व्होल्टेज आणि करंट. मग व्होल्टेजची व्हॅल्यू आणि करंटची व्हॅल्यू आपण चेक करू. 100 येण्याकरता 20 गुणिले 5 पण करता येतं. ओके, त्याच्यानंतर 50 गुणिले 2 पण करता येतं, आणि 100 गुणिले 1 पण करता येतं. ओके, किंवा 1000 गुणिले 0.1 पण करता येतं. Okay, so these are, so if I will change one parameter, my second parameter will change accordingly. If I will change one parameter, my second parameter will change accordingly. The result should be remains same. Okay, 1000 into 0.1 is your 100, 100 into 1 is your 100, 50 into 2 is your 100, 120 into 5 is also 100. Okay, so whatever, and 10 into 10 is also 100. So if I am going to change any one parameter, my second parameter will change accordingly if my product is same or my result is same, if I want to maintain the same result over here. So for that purpose, what happened, to reduce the losses, we are going to reduce the current and increase the voltage. So when I am going to increase the voltage, my magnitude of the current will drastically reduces, and that will reduce my I square R loss, as well as the size of the conductor or the thickness of the conductor also reduces. I square R also reduces, as well as the thickness of the conductor also reduces, because now it has to carry the small amount of current. Okay, now the next thing that we are going to do, we are seeing the two voltage level. One is the generating voltage level, one is the distribution voltage level. Now we are transmission voltage level. Now we are interested in the distribution. So this is my generation, transmission, distribution, and utilization again. So it is 11 kV over here, it is 33 kV, 66 kV, 132 kV, 220 kV, 400 kV, up to 1200 kV. This is the highest voltage nowadays AC मध्ये. Now the distribution, my distribution voltage is 11 kV. Okay, and distribution voltage is 11 kV. Then again it may be for certain industrial area. There are two types of distribution. One is the primary distribution and second one is the secondary distribution. So जे काही industrial area वगैरे असतात त्यामध्ये 11 kV जातं, आणि secondary distribution मध्ये it is 400 volt or 440 volt or 415 volt. So these are the various things that are going to use over here. So basically it is now we are going to use 415 volt as a say normal voltage level over here. So this is the distribution voltage level. Distribution voltage level मध्ये आहे ना, जी आपली system आहे, that we are going to discuss AC system over here. My generation is AC, my transmission is AC, my distribution is AC, and utilization is also most of the cases AC. So when I am going to use this AC has two types of system: single phase system and three phase system. Single phase system use two wires, one phase and second one is neutral. In case of three phase system, it has two system, 3 wire system and it has 4 wire system. 3 wire system मध्ये 3 phases आहे, R, Y, B, आणि 4 wire system मध्ये 3 phases आणि एक neutral आहे, R, Y, B, N. Okay, so these are the two systems that can be used over here. So in the utilization, I can use either single phase or I can use either 3 phase. ओके, युटिलायझेशन मध्ये आपल्याला दोन आहे, एक तर सिंगल फेज असेल किंवा थ्री फेज. सिंगल फेजचं जे व्होल्टेज आहे ते 230 व्होल्ट आणि थ्री फेजचं व्होल्टेज आहे ते 415 व्होल्ट. ओके, द व्होल्टेज फॉर सिंगल फेज सिस्टम इज 230 व्होल्ट, द व्होल्टेज फॉर थ्री फेज सिस्टम इज 415 व्होल्ट. सिंगल फेज सिस्टम हैज two wires, one phase and one neutral. Three phase system is divided again into two parts, 3 wire system and 4 wire system. In 3 wire system we have 3 phases, R phase, Y phase and B phases. Okay, and the phase voltage between these phases is 415 volt. ओके, प्रत्येक 2 फेज मध्ये. आणि 4 वायर सिस्टीम मध्ये तुम्हाला 4 वायर्स आहेत, 3 फेजेस आहेत आणि एक न्यूट्रल आहे. ओके, आर वाय बी आणि न्यूट्रल. मग फेज मधले जो पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स आहे तो 415 व्होल्ट आणि एक फेज आणि न्यूट्रल मधला 230 व्होल्ट. ओके, सो फॉर द युटिलायझेशन अँड डिस्ट्रीब्युशन, मग डिस्ट्रीब्युशन मध्ये जर 3 फेज असेल तर 415 व्होल्ट किंवा 400 व्होल्ट आणि सिंगल फेज असेल तर 230 व्होल्ट. मग एक फेज आणि एक न्यूट्रल. ओके, एक फेज आणि एक न्यूट्रल येते याच्यामध्ये. अँड दॅट कम्स टू युअर utilization 230 volt. In your home you are going to use 230 volt, but in some case, in some say somewhat commercial installation किंवा मग तुमच्या घरामध्ये एखादी 3 HP 5 HP ची मोटर असेल, त्याला 3 फेज सप्लाय लागत असेल, सो तिथे तुम्हाला 415 व्होल्ट दिले याच्यामध्ये. ओके, सो दॅट व्होल्टेज यू विल गेट at your home depends on which type of connection you have, either 3 phase or single phase. So most of the for most of the domestic, ओके, रेसिडेन्शियल युजर करता सिंगल फेज असतं, पण काही काही रेसिडेन्शियल युजर करता 3 फेज कनेक्शन्स पण घेतात काही जण, ज्यांच्याकडे हेवी मोटर म्हणजे शेतीमध्ये जर घर असेल वगैरे. सो ऍट दॅट टाइम यू आर गेटिंग द 3 फेज कनेक्शन. अदरवाइज मोस्ट ऑफ द रेसिडेन्शियल कनेक्शन्स आर सिंगल फेज ओनली. ओके, फ्रॉम द नियर बाय पोल देयर 2 वायर्स विल कम टू युअर होम, दॅट यू आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस नाउ. सो आर यू गेटिंग द व्होल्टेज लेवल? व्होल्टेज लेवल लक्षात आलंय तुमच्या? What is the voltage level used for generation, transmission, distribution and utilization? Okay, so धनंजय पाटील, जनरेशन करता आणि ट्रान्समिशन करता व्होल्टेज लेवल सांगा मला. What is the voltage level for generation and transmission? धनंजय, अजित, अक्षदा, भूषण, you are simply typing, but 11 kV. 11 kV for what? Is it for transmission, distribution, or it is for generation? Okay, so nowadays we are going to use 11 kV for generation, 132 33 kV, 66 kV, 132 kV, 220 kV, then 400 kV, 500 kV, 720 kV, 750 kV, then 1200 up to 1200 kV can be used for the transmission. And for distribution, if it is the primary distribution, then it may be 11 kV. For secondary distribution, it may be 400 volt or 415 volt. Okay, and for utilizations, that normally you are using 230 volt supply over there. Okay, so basically now, as we are going to proceed towards the chapter number 2, second chapter. So it is the residential and commercial installation. So before going for that, now how the energy get transmitted. So this is my generating station to the substation. Okay, generating station वर नाही येतं सबस्टेशन ला. जसं आता if you are going to take the example of कोपरगाव substation, at कोपरगाव we have 220 kV substation. At Kopargaon we have 220 kV substation which is located in front of your SHGM college, okay, or near Yola corner. Now this 220 kV substation will receive the power from the nearby generating station, or from say Babadeshwar 400 kV line will come over here, 220 kV line will come over here, and then from this there are number of feeders which are going. So what is feeder? The feeder does not have tapping. Okay, फीडर म्हणजे काय की फीडरला टॅपिंग्स नसतात. मग एक फीडर जो असेल तो आता इथनं कोपरगाव पासून सपोज उक्कडगाव पोहेगाव असेल, सॉरी पडेगाव, कानेगाव, कोपरगाव, इंडस्ट्रियल एरिया, संजीवनी, जस्ट लाईक डिफरंट टाइप्स ऑफ फ्यूए. सो नाउ वी आर इंटरेस्टेड इन कोपरगाव. इथनं हे काय जातात, काही 33 केवीचं एक गेलं पडेगावला, कानेगावला गेलेले असेल एक 33 केवी, इंडस्ट्रियल एरियाला एक 11 केवीचं गेलेलं असेल, संजीवनीला एक 11 केवीचं गेलं. सो सच टाइप ऑफ फीडर्स आर कमिंग फ्रॉम दिस सबस्टेशन. Now we are interested in the Kopergaon city. Now in Kopergaon city, this feeder will supply power. So there are number of say towers or poles are there. Okay, this is one pole, this is second pole, and on this pole there is a transmission. So there is a line and there is a transformer. प्रत्येक पोलवर एक ट्रान्सफॉर्मर आहे 11 kV. Okay, so the transformer ratings are written as like this one. Okay, so it means what? Primary voltage is 11 kV and secondary voltage is 415 volt. This is the primary and secondary voltage, and normally these transformers are step down transformer. Okay, जे distribution poles वर असतात DP, these are your DP. DPs are called as distribution pole. So या distribution pole वर जे transformer असतात ते normally असतात step down. They will step down the voltage from 11 kV to 415 volt, and from these poles, so this is one pole over here, DP, this is my transformer on this one. So from this pole, say this is your home. Okay, हे तुमचं घर असेल याच्यामध्ये. So in your home there is a energy meter over here, and from this pole the three lines are passing. So this is like a nearby pole again. So this, out of these three line, okay, one phase and one neutral will come to your home, and these connections are called as service connection. त्या पोलवरनं तुमच्या घरामध्ये एक फेज आणि एक न्यूट्रल येणार, आणि त्याला काय म्हणतात? सर्व्हिस कनेक्शन. दिस इज फेज अँड दिस इज न्यूट्रल. सो दिस कनेक्शन्स आर कॉल्ड एज सर्व्हिस कनेक्शन. ओके, तसंच तुमच्या शेजारच्या याच्यामध्ये मग इथं RYB. सो बेसिकली व्हॉट हॅपन, say on one pole, suppose there are 10 connections. So what they are going to do, 3 connections on R phase, 3 connection on Y phase, 4 connection on B phase. Okay, so they are tried to manage the connection in such a way that all the phases will get equally loaded, because I want to operate the system in the balanced manner. So when my system is in balanced manner, the phase angle between my three phases, R phase, Y phase and B phase, is exactly 120 degree. Okay, so basically what happens, the MSCB people or the service provider will try to manage the load on the phases. Okay, ते प्रत्येक फेज वर काही काही कस्टमर्स ऍड करून लोड मॅनेज करण्याचा प्रयत्न करतात. बट इट इज अ क्वाइट डिफिकल्ट टास्क, बिकॉज व्हाट हॅपन, व्हाट एव्हर द इक्विपमेंट दॅट यू आर गोइंग टू यूज इन युअर होम, in your neighbor's home there may be more than that equipment or less than that equipment, or the equipment timing may be different. So your system will never operate in a balanced manner. Your system is always unbalanced. ओके, अनबॅलन्स मध्ये काय, एखाद्या फेजवरचा करंट जास्त, एखाद्या फेजवर कमी येतो वगैरे, त्याच्यामुळे तुमच्या याच्यामध्ये तो चेंज होत राहतो. द फेज अँगल यू आर नॉट गेटिंग एक्झॅक्टली 120 डिग्री, और द ऑल फेजेस आर नॉट लोडेड इक्वली. ऑल फेजेस आर नॉट लोडेड इक्वली मीन्स IR, IB and IR, IY and IB is not same. Sometimes my R current is more, Y current is less. Okay, so it is 10 ampere, it may be 8 ampere, it may be 9 ampere, like this one. So magnitude of the current which is passing through depends on the load. My current, remember over here, current is totally depend on the load. If load will increases, current increases, and if load will decreases, current decreases. ओके, लोड वाढला तर करंट वाढेल, लोड कमी झाला तर करंट कमी होतो. एक्झाम्पल जर तुम्हाला चेक करायचं असेल, तुमच्या घरामध्ये एनर्जी मीटर आहे. ओके, लेक्चर झाल्यानंतर तुम्ही जाऊ शकता युअर एनर्जी मीटर, अँड मोस्ट ऑफ द एनर्जी मीटर्स आर नाउ डिजिटल. ओके, आजकाल सर्व एनर्जी मीटर डिजिटल आहे. जुन्या काळामध्ये आहे ना, असं ॲल्युमिनियम डिस्क रोटेट व्हायची एनर्जी मीटर मध्ये, that is called as the induction type energy meter. Now these are the digital. It has one display board here, and here one flashing LED is there. One flashing LED. Normally it is red color LED. Okay, so if you are going to switch off all the electrical appliances here in your home, you can just observe. आधी काय करायचं की घरामधले सगळे इलेक्ट्रिकल अप्लायन्सेस बंद करायचे, आणि याचा जो रेट आहे ना, फ्लिकरिंग रेट, फ्लॅशिंग ऑन ऑफ होण्याचा, तो चेक करायचा. ओके, त्यानंतर परत घरी जायचं आणि सगळे इलेक्ट्रिकल अप्लायन्सेस ऑन करायचे, and then again check the rate. So as your load, when you are going to on the electrical appliances, means your load will increases. Load is on. Okay, and when you are going to off the appliances or switches, your load is off. Okay, so when you are going to on, load is more. As load is more, it will take more current, and this flashing is recorded. Okay, and that it may be 7200 flash, that depends on एक मीटर टू मीटर, प्रत्येक मीटरला आहे ना वेगवेगळे दिले, कारण मॅन्युफॅक्चरर्स वेगळे आहे. काही याच्यामध्ये 7200 वेळा असेल, काही याच्यामध्ये 4800 वेळा असेल. सो दे हॅव चेंज द टाइम. सो इन सम केसेस इट मे बी 7200 फ्लॅश पर मिनिट फ्लॅश जर झाले तर दॅट मीन्स 1 युनिट ओव्हर हियर. So in this way it is going to record, means these are the pulses which are given to this one. Okay, so your load is a major factor which will determine the magnitude of current, and your electricity bill is calculated on how many current you are going to use or energy you are consumed. Okay, आपल्या मीटरचं नाव काय? एनर्जी मीटर. ओके, तुमच्या घरामध्ये जे मीटर आहे त्याचं नाव काय? आपण काय म्हणतो त्याला? इट इज कॉल्ड एज एनर्जी मीटर. इट इज नॉट कॉल्ड एज पॉवर मीटर. ओके, आपण जरी म्हणतो की पॉवर आहे. व्हॉट इज द डिफरन्स बिटवीन पॉवर अँड एनर्जी? सो पॉवर मीन्स युअर ability to work, or this one, and energy means what? Power into time. Energy is equal to power into time. Okay, so for how much time you are going to use that power is your energy. Okay, that's why the meter which will record the energy is called as the energy meter. Second name is called as kVA. Okay, so it is called kWh. It is called as kWh meter, kilowatt hour meter, because this kVA is different one over here. So kWh meter, energy meter चं दुसरं नाव काय आहे? kWh meter. कारण ते काय करतं? 1 kWh means your 1 unit. आपण म्हणतो ना मला एक बिल आलंय 100 युनिट्स यूज झालेले आहेत, मग 95 युनिट 170 युनिट्स आहे. 170 युनिट म्हणजे काय तुमचं? 1 kWh means your 1 unit. So it will record 1 kilowatt in 1 year. If you are going to use, okay, 1 kilowatt energy for 1 hour, then it is your 1 unit. Okay, तुम्ही 1 किलोवॅट एनर्जी 1 तासाकरता ऑन ठेवली तर तुमचं ते 1 युनिट पडतं. इज इट क्लिअर? दिस इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट फॉर कॅल्क्युलेटिंग द टेरिफ. टेरिफ जेव्हा आपण लास्ट चॅप्टर मध्ये डिस्कस करणार आहे, सो ॲट दॅट टाइम इट इज इम्पॉर्टंट फॉर दिस वन. वेन आय एम गोइंग टू यूज 1 किलोवॅट ऑफ एनर्जी for 1 kilowatt power for 1 hour. Okay, so that is my energy. 1 kilowatt काय झालं? Watt is a unit of power. Kilowatt is a unit of power. Okay, and hour is a unit of time. Okay, so what is my energy? Energy is power into time. Energy is my power into time. So 1 kWh means 1 unit. When I am going to use 1 kilowatt power for 1 hour, then that will result into the 1 unit. And based on that you can calculate how much power you are going to consume. Okay, and your meter will record that. Is it clear? The concept of energy meter is clear over here, energy and all these things. हे लक्षात आलंय का आता? Okay, so now which voltage? So we have just discussed about the various voltages over here. Now for carrying the electricity, say this is my location A, this is my location B, and I have some electrical energy. I want to transfer the electrical energy from location A to location B. How to carry that? How to just transport that electricity? Just I want to go as a person. If I want to go from this location A to, or this one, कोपरगाव to शिर्डी, मला कोपरगाववरनं शिर्डीला जायचंय. Okay, as a person, what I required some mean. Okay, so that I can just move. So that mean maybe if I am going to walk, I will go from location A to location B. Or I required road. Two things are required. Sometimes vehicle is required, road is. But if there is no road, is it possible for you to just move from location A to location B? इथून इथं जायला तुम्हाला रोडच नाहीये, काहीच नाहीये, तुम्हाला जाता येईल का? ओके, एक वेळ जर रोड असेल ना त्याच्यावरनं तुम्हाला चालता येईल. So this is the road between Kopargaon to Shirdi. So what you are going to do? We will just start walking so that you will move from location A to location B. Okay, मग आता तुम्ही जर पायी चालत गेले तर टाइम जास्त लागेल. तुमच्याकडे बाईक असेल, ओके, सायकल आहे, बाईक आहे, कार आहे, त्याच्यावर बसून गेले तर टाइम, दॅट विल द डिफरंट थिंग. So similarly, if I want to transfer the electrical energy from location A to location B, it requires some mean. ओके, जिथे जसं या केसमध्ये तुम्हाला कोपरगाववरून शिर्डीला जाण्याकरता काय लागतोय, रोड. रोड जर असेल तरच तुम्ही जाऊ शकता. रोड असेल, रेल रोड असेल, वॉट एव्हर दॅट. सो सम मीन इट रिक्वायर्ड फ्रॉम विच यू कॅन गो. Similarly, if I want to transfer the electrical energy from location A to location B, my electricity cannot be transferred directly. Okay, electricity काही एअर मधनं फ्लो होणार नाहीये, तर त्याच्याकरता मला काहीतरी लागेल, and that is called as the conductor. Okay, मला इथे काय लागेल, some sort of wire, conductor is required. So there are three types of material that you have studied in your first year. First one is called as conductor, insulator and semiconductor. Okay, so the conductor is your copper, aluminum. These are commonly used for electrical engineering or for transportation of electricity from one location to another location. Insulator is your plastic, PVC, polyvinyl chloride. Okay, इन्सुलेटर आपण जे यूज करतो, आता तुम्ही वायर यूज करता तुमच्या घरामध्ये, सपोज तुम्ही मोबाईल चार्जिंगला लावलेले किंवा लॅपटॉप चार्जिंगला असेल किंवा टीव्हीला कनेक्ट केलेलं आहे, फक्त कंडक्टर आहेत का, त्या कंडक्टरवर एक इन्सुलेशन दिलेलं आहे. ते इन्सुलेशन नॉर्मली दिलेलं असतं पीव्हीसीचं. ओके, पॉलिव्हिनिल क्लोराइड असेल, प्लास्टिक असेल, रबर असेल, दीज आर इन्सुलेटर, प्लास्टिक, रबर. ओके, कंडक्टर विल अलाउज द फ्लो ऑफ करंट थ्रू इट, इन्सुलेटर विल ब्लॉक द फ्लो ऑफ करंट थ्रू इट. ओके, हा करंटला काय करतो, अलाउ करतो, हा करंटला काय करतो, ब्लॉक करतो. आणि सेमी कंडक्टर काय करतो, कधी अलाउ करतो, कधी ब्लॉक करतो. ओके, डिपेंड्स ऑन टेम्परेचर सिच्युएशन. ओके, व्हेन इट विल से at normal temperature it will block the current, and when your whole temperature is somewhat increases, it will allow the current through it. Or say if you are going to add certain impurities, okay, this is silicon असेल, silicon असेल, germanium, these are the example of your semiconductor. So if you are going to add certain trivalent and pentavalent impurities in that case, so it will allow, by just changing certain conditions, it will allow the flow of current through it in some condition, and it will sometimes block the flow of current. So it is called as the semiconductor. So it will allows the flow of current in certain situations or certain parameters only, under certain circumstances. So it is a semiconductor. So as a electrical engineers, we are mostly interested in conductor and insulator. ओके, इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी ट्रान्सफर करण्याकरता मला सेमीकंडक्टरची सध्या आवश्यकता नाहीये. in the first chapter, second chapter, what you are going to discuss transportation of the electricity. So I required conductor through which my current will flow. Okay, and I required insulator so that if the person will touches, so he will get protected. कारण कंडक्टर आहे आणि एक पर्सन आला इथे आणि एक मुलगा आला आणि याला टच केलं, so it will experience the shock. So what happen, there is a covering, याच्यावर काय दिलेलं असतं, एक कोटिंग दिलेलं असतं. So that coating is made up of insulator, and that is normally PVC or something that is you can observe. So it may be red color, it may be black color, it may be green color, it may be blue color, it may be white color, like that one. What are the granules we are using for that purpose, from which you are getting that coloring over here. So red, blue and yellow can be used for phase wire, black can be used for neutral wire, and green can be used for your earth wire. Okay, so basically I required a conductor, and through that conductor my current will pass. या कंडक्टर मधनं काय होणार आहे, करंट पास होणार आहे. मग आता ते कंडक्टर जो आहे, so with that conductor I will make when I am giving the insulation over the conductor, then that is called as the wire. Okay, wire म्हणजे काय, say this is my electrical appliances. एक electrical appliance आहे, that electrical appliance may be your laptop. Okay, if you want to power that laptop, so you are the socket, you are the switch for this socket, this is my switch for this socket, the connections are like this one, this is my phase and this one is my neutral. आणि याच्यामधनं तुमची याची वायर आलेली आहे, लॅपटॉपच्या चार्जरची वायर बाहेर आलेली आहे. Okay, this is the laptop charger wire over here which is connected to your electrical appliances. Now what happens, this wire, it has two conductor. Okay, one phase conductor and one neutral conductor. मी जर डायरेक्टली कंडक्टर कनेक्ट केले तर याच्यामध्ये काय होईल, कोणाचाही त्याला हात लागून त्याच्यामध्ये शॉर्ट सर्किट होऊ शकते, दोन कंडक्टर एकमेकांना टच होतील, दॅट विल रिझल्ट इन टू द फेज टू ग्राउंड शॉर्ट फॉल्ट, दॅट मे रिझल्ट इन टू द फॉल्ट बिकॉज देअर इज नो insulation between these, or they may touch each other, or a person, if you are going to just accidentally touch it, that will result into the shock. So what you are going to do, we need to provide the insulation over there. This is my conductor. Okay, या कंडक्टर आपण काय प्रोवाइड करतो, we are going to provide the insulation. Okay, so on this conductor I am going to provide certain insulation. A layer is provided over here, and inside that layer my conductor is there. Okay, so this is insulation, and this red color is my conductor, and this is called as wire. याला काय म्हणतो आपण, वायर. मग वायर असतं सिंगल स्ट्रँड वायर असेल, टू स्ट्रँड वायर असेल, the number of depends on that we are going to discuss later on. So basically the necessary requirement of the metallic wire or cable are that it should conduct electricity with the minimum resistance. Okay, so why it should conduct, wire should conduct electricity. Okay, so it will conduct electricity from one location to another location with minimum resistance. Resistance value should be minimum. Efficiently, cheaply and safely. Efficiently means losses should be less. लॉसेस म्हणजे काय, सपोज मला 10 युनिट ट्रान्सफर करायचे आहे लोकेशन ए पासून लोकेशन बी पर्यंत. ओके, 10 युनिट ट्रान्सफर करायचे. सो ॲट से वी आर नॉट नेवर गेटिंग 100% इफिशियन्सी, बट इट शुड बी 9.5 युनिट तरी मिळायला पाहिजे, किंवा 9 युनिट तरी मिळायला पाहिजे इथं. इट शुड नॉट बी लाईक दॅट. मी 10 युनिट ट्रान्सफर केले आणि इथं 2च युनिट मिळाले, मीन्स 80% लॉस शुड बी देअर. सो दॅट शुड नॉट बी. सो इट शुड बी ट्रान्सफर्ड इफिशियंटली ऑल्सो. Means for that purpose resistance should be minimum. Okay, then my power transportation should be efficient, then it should be cheap also. Okay, खूप कॉस्टली पण नकोय. जर मी आता सोन्याच्या वायर टाकल्यात, so if I am going to use gold, so it is too costly, it is not possible for me, so it is not economical. So it should be cheap as well as it should be safe. ओके, आणि त्यांनी सेफली पण केले पाहिजे. म्हणजे हा जर कंडक्टर मी यूज केला, वायर यूज केली, त्या वायर मधनं करंट जेव्हा पास होत आहे, किंवा ही वायर जे इन्सुलेशन असेल, त्या इन्सुलेशनची जी से क्वालिटी आहे, दॅट शुड बी sufficient, that it should safely carry that much amount of current without overheating of the wire. Because if the wire when the current will pass through the conductor, when my current is passing through the conductor, definitely what happens, it will say establish magnetic field as well as electric field, as well as it will set up the thermal stresses because of the resistance. As resistance is there, resistance opposes the flow of current, and that opposition to the flow of current increase the temperature of the conductor, and that increase in the temperature of the conductor may heat your insulation, and if insulation is of not proper quality, the insulation may get burn out. Okay, so it should not be very cheap insulation, it should be of sufficient quality. So the safety is also one of the important thing over here. Okay, so insulation पण तुमचं प्रॉपर पाहिजे. म्हणजे एक कंडक्टर वायर काय करेल, वायर शुड बी कॅरी द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी from one location to another location, and it has certain qualities, that its resistance should be minimum, it should be efficiently carry, it should be cheap in cost, and it should be safe. The size of the conductor of the particular current the size of the conductor for a particular current to be transmitted from one place to another place should neither be small so as to have the large voltage drop, or should not be too large so that the cost is too much. Okay, so now if I want to carry the current, say from this one location to this one, I want to transfer the electricity from this one. So I want to transfer the 10 ampere of current. My current magnitude is 10 ampere. Ampere is the unit used for measuring the magnitude of current. So I want to transfer the 10 ampere of current. So for that 10 ampere, if the thickness of wire is too small, thickness खूप small असेल ना, thickness small असेल तर काय असतं तुमचं, you know that R is equal to rho into L by E. Okay, your resistance will depend on the cross sectional area. If cross sectional area is small, your resistance will be more. Okay, so if you are using thin wire, so it should be high resistance, and resistance जर झाला तर loss जास्त होईल. Okay, so if resistance is more, then loss is more. Okay, so what happened if I want to just transfer the power from location A to location B, and if I am going to use thin wire, if I am going to use thin wire means what is cross sectional area is less. R is equal to rho into L by E, where A is the cross sectional area. Okay, so this is the cross sectional area of the conductor. So this is one conductor. Okay, and this particular is called as the cross sectional area of the conductor. And now my resistance is inversely proportional to cross sectional area. So as the cross sectional area decreases, resistance increases. Okay, so if I am going to use thin wire, my loss is more. Okay, and if I am going to use thick wire, आणि मी जाड वायर यूज केली खूप. Okay, so basically what happened, R is equal to rho into L by A. So here A is more, so resistance should be less. But in that case the cost, कारण ही वायर जी असतं ना, ती वायर त्याच्या थिकनेस नुसार, if it is thick wire, its weight is more, so cost is more. So unnecessary my cost is increases. Okay, cost will increases. म्हणजे थिन वायर घेतली तुमची कॉस्ट कमी जाईल पण लॉसेस जास्त होतील, आणि थिक वायर घेतली तर तुमची कॉस्ट जास्त होईल पण लॉस कमी होईल, पण कॉस्ट unnecessary that will increase. So you have to just properly just make a decision in between. Its insulation should be efficient enough to prevent the leakage of current. आणि त्याचं जे इन्सुलेशन आहे, आता ही वायर आहे, त्या वायरवर आपल्याला काय असायला पाहिजे, इट्स मस्ट हॅव द इन्सुलेशन, सम सॉर्ट ऑफ इन्सुलेशन मस्ट बी देअर. So this insulation, whatever insulation is over there, that insulation should avoid the leakage of current. The insulation मधनं current leak झाला नाही पाहिजे. This is the insulation. So it should avoid the leakage of current, which may otherwise result in the risk of fire or shock. Okay, if my current will leak through this one, that may result into the risk of fire or shock. आपण बरेचदा पेपर मध्ये किंवा न्यूज मध्ये बघतो, एखाद्या फॅक्टरीला किंवा एखाद्या मोस्टली इन द इंडस्ट्रियल लोकेशन्स ऑर समथिंग शॉर्ट सर्किट झाल्यामुळे आग लागलेली आहे. द फायर इज बिकॉज ऑफ द शॉर्ट सर्किट. ओके, अँड मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम द रिझन इज द इन्सुलेशन. त्या केसमध्ये काय होतं की इन्सुलेशन जर फेल्युअर झालं तर त्या इन्सुलेशन फेल्युअरचे रिझन्स काय आहेत. इफ यू आर युझिंग द wire for the high capacity instrument, means you are not properly selected the wire rating of the current. Say I am going to my load is 10 ampere, my current is 10 ampere and I have selected the wire of 6 ampere rating. Okay, माझा लोड आहे 10 एम्पियरचा आणि माझी जी वायर मी सिलेक्ट केली आहे ती 6 एम्पियर रेटिंग करत आहे. आता 6 एम्पियर रेटिंग हा लोड हँडल नाही करू शकत. ओके, आणि तो लोड हँडल नाही केल्यामुळे काय होणार आहे की त्याचे इन्सुलेशन हीट जे आहे, करंट इज मोर. Okay, so I square R loss will be more, that will result into the temperature increase. तुमचं टेम्परेचर वाढेल, टेम्परेचर वाढल्यामुळे तुमचं इन्सुलेशन हीट होईल आणि इन्सुलेशन हीट झाल्यामुळे इन्सुलेशन बर्न होऊन जाईल. ओके, आणि इन्सुलेशन बर्न झालं तर हा कंडक्टर दुसऱ्या कंडक्टरला टच करू शकतो किंवा इन्सुलेशन बर्न झाल्यामुळे फायर लागेल. ओके, सो दिस इज द रिझन. समटाइम्स व्हॉट हॅपन, देअर मे बी रॅट. ओके, रॅट वगैरे असतील, दॅट वे कॉजेस दॅट मे कट द इन्सुलेशन. बऱ्याचदा जागी काय होतात, उंदीर वगैरे असतात ते इन्सुलेशनला कट करतात. सो दॅट मे ऑल्सो रिझल्ट इन टू द शॉर्ट सर्किट. सो दॅट इज द वन रिझन ओव्हर हियर. So today we'll stop over here.